want to speak directly to you today because Canada is at a crossroads. There are many days to go before we get to the other side of this, but there are also many of us to get us there, so long as we each remember to do our part. And I know that we will. We are Canadians, and together, there's nothing we can't do. Together, we have the power to get this second wave under control. I know we can do it because we've already done it once before. We have even more tools in the toolbox. People are wearing masks. That's critical, so keep it up. We've got the COVID Alert app. Get your flu shot this fall. This is the time for all of us as Canadians to do our part for our country as government does its part for you. There is a covenant between government and the people government serves. You need to know that you can rely on us just like you can rely on each other.
We achieved an historic milestone last month on the road to global peace and security. The 50th nation ratified and tabled its documents for the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. With the 50th ratification from the state of Honduras, the treaty will enter into force legally on January 22nd. Shamefully, it enters into force without Canada. I so hope that our country will step up as we did in the Ottawa landmines process and stand up against weapons of mass destruction. Sign and ratify so that Canada can join New Zealand, Costa Rica, and many other countries in standing up for world peace in this 75th anniversary year since Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Thank you to the international campaign to abolish nuclear weapons. We support your work.
While we're dealing with this pandemic, I don't want you or your parent or your friend to take on debt that your government can better shoulder. We can't forget what it's all for. Making sure that everyone can participate to their full potential. As a country, we must keep making progress on reconciliation with Indigenous peoples and on fighting systemic racism.
I also think we should explore a lot of the social safety net that we have has been insufficient to help people in this time of need, and it causes us to re-examine the way we help people out. Given the fact that there's contract workers, freelance workers, gig workers, self-employed, and the EI system of past no longer applies to so many workers, we need to reimagine the way we take care of one another, and this crisis has given us a chance to look at better ways to provide help to people in need.
This is not the first time our country has been called to stand united and strong. Can't will not define us. We can build a stronger future. We can define the change. Job one is keeping people safe. Protecting your health is the best thing we can do for the economy. The second wave isn't just starting, it's already underway. The numbers are clear. Back on March 13th, when we went into lockdown, there were 47 new cases of COVID-19. Yesterday alone, we had well over 1,000. We're on the brink of a fall that could be much worse than the spring. I know this isn't the news that any of us wanted to hear. And we can't change today's numbers or even tomorrow's. Those were already decided by what we did or didn't do 2 weeks ago. But what we can change is where we are in October and into the winter. It's all too likely we won't be gathering for Thanksgiving, but we still have a shot at Christmas. The federal government will have your back, whatever it takes, to help you get through this crisis.